episode, I asked Juno what is the difference between Hera and Juno. So, Hera and Juno are different because Hera often shows jealousies about Zeus' girlfriends, and she spends most of the time plotting revenge for his love affairs, while Juno does not spend most of her time getting revenge on Jupiter's girlfriends. And Hera would think of different ways to make all of the women who were with Zeus suffer, because Zeus was most of the time unfaithful, and Hera was always plotting revenge against all the women involved with her husband. So Juno was different from Hera when it came to her husband cheating. She spent more time being a good protector or a guardian over women. And in Roman culture, the goddess lived on as Juno, although she principally represented the good family and the faithful marriage attributes of Hera rather than the jealous avenger of infidelity. Comparison, Hera and Juno are different because Hera is often more jealous than Juno, and Juno is often shown as a more graceful goddess.
Come, join me as I take you on a journey of planets and tarot cards, and let us see what the month of July has in store for you, my dear Leo. So, the beginning of the month, the first week, I have for you the Ace of Cups. So now this card, as you can see, this is overflowing with joy, and this is a symbol of a new beginning. It is a symbol of love. It is a symbol of faithfulness. It also shows that you are going to be very, very creative in your life at this point of time, and it also shows that it is possible that you are giving or starting up a new project in your life which is going to go very, very well. And in the first week only, we have a lunar eclipse on 4th and 5th of July, depending upon which area of world you are in, and this is also happening on a full moon. So moon is connected to our emotions, and people born on 2, 11, 20, 29 and 22 are going to be definitely more impacted by this eclipse than anybody else, and who have their nakshatra or their sun sign as moon, they will definitely have more impact. They will feel this impact more than anybody else. So these eclipses which are happening, what happened in July, like we had a lunar eclipse, then we had a solar eclipse, and then now again we are having a lunar eclipse. So these are like gateways or doorways. So a gateway opens in, and there is a rush of energy which comes in, and the old energy which is not required in our life. So things which are not required in our life will be removed from your life, or the circumstances would be such that automatically they will go away from your life, and new information will come in, new things which are required, the destiny, the path that you are required to work on, you will start working on that. So this is the importance of the eclipses that is happening these days. Second week we have for you the moon. So obviously, because the eclipse was there, I was expecting this card. So this shows that your psychic power is very much heightened, your intuition is very much heightened, and you can see there are dogs who are howling. That means, so the howling implies that there are hidden enemies. People that you consider as your friends might not be your friends. So be wary of the details that you want to share with them, and listen to your subconscious mind. It will never guide you wrong. Now, the third week of July, we have the Hierophant. So this card implies that you are a bit, you feel like following the old traditional method, and that you might be yourself, you have forgotten your powers. You're facing some kind of issue in your life, and you have forgotten your power. So this card implies that you would like to follow the old traditional method, or the paternal hierarchy which is there, the old ideas, thoughts, and also it shows that something has happened in your office or in your work area or in your house, and you have really forgotten what your power is, and or maybe you have given away your power to other people and they are misusing it. So this is a wake-up call from the universe. It says that you need to start focusing on what you were, so that nobody can mishandle your energy. Now the fourth week, the card which we have for you is the Two of Swords. So as you can see, the woman, she has blindfolded herself, and there are two swords in her hand, and she is standing on a cliff, and there is a sea behind. This is a sea behind. Now if she wants, she can use this sword to remove this blindfold, but she is not doing so. She is in fact looking at what is there, and So this is her own dilemma. This is her own dilemma. She can come out of this. So basically this says that you might be depressed. You might be so much depressed that you are not able to look at the facts. You are not able to figure out how to come out of an issue. You might be having all the tools, but still your clarity is not there. You are confused, or I can say there is some fog in your mind due to which you are not able to come out. So I would advise you to do meditation, do yoga, and yes, amethyst, I would advise you to wear amethyst. Amethyst is a very good stone crystal. The last week I have for you is the Chariot card. So this card is reflecting that there is a lot of journey which is happening at this point of time. Some of you might be traveling, might have to travel, and things will start to happen very fast in your life. Everything in your life is going to suddenly speed up, and in case you meet somebody whom you would like to enter into a relationship, understand that this will fizzle out. This is a very fast attraction, and this is going to fizzle out pretty soon. So think twice before entering into any kind of relationship with them. As I said earlier, so this is Sulaimani Akik. This is a small stone. You can see this has white bands and black bands. So this is a stone which is worn. This is a holy stone, and it is much revered in Muslim religion, and this is known to ward off any kind of negativity or evil spirits or psychic. So it is very good for psychic protection. So in case you want to wear any crystal, this is the crystal that you should wear. So here's wishing you that the upcoming month fills up your life with a lot of positivity and removes any negativity there is in your life. Until the time we meet again, this is me saying namaste.